VistaPro Wealth Management, envisioned life, retire well.
The market seems to be moving into a more balanced place. For much of the last couple of years, investors were worried about inflation, higher interest rates, and whether the economy could handle those higher rates. Now, we are starting to see some signs that inflation is cooling. That does not mean inflation is gone. It does not mean the Federal Reserve is ready to cut rates aggressively. However, it may mean the market is shifting away from worrying about more rate increases and toward the idea that rates may stay steady for a while. If inflation continues to improve, rate cuts could eventually come back into the conversation. The good news is that the economy still appears to have some strength. Employment is holding up, businesses are still investing, and there's a lot of money being spent in areas like artificial intelligence, computer chips, data centers, energy, defense, aerospace, and manufacturing. I believe that these are not short-term stories, but perhaps big long-term trends. Companies are spending real money to build the next generation of technology and infrastructure. That could create jobs, support business growth, and help drive earnings over time. From an investment standpoint, I still believe every plan, every person needs the right balance. You need a level of protection in your portfolio. You need cash reserves. You need or may need other more stable investments, depending on your plan. However, for the long-term growth part of a portfolio, this may be a time to look closely at areas of the market that could benefit from future growth potential. That may include select growth companies and innovation-focused investments, even small cap companies managed by strong, experienced managers. Value investing still matters. We never want to ignore price or overpay for investments. However, if inflation continues to cool and the economy stays resilient, the next phase of the market may reward companies that are growing earnings and benefiting from big long-term trends like AI, infrastructure, manufacturing, defense, and space-related technology. As always, the key is not guessing the market perfectly. The key is having a plan that matches your goals, your income needs, your risk level, and your time horizon. Before making any investment changes, start with the full plan. That means looking at your income needs, cash reserves, risk level, taxes, and time horizon. I do not recommend investments by themselves. The right investment should fit your plan, your overall plan. Once we understand the full picture, I can help you decide what should be protected, what should be available for income, and what can be invested for long-term growth potential. If you would like a second opinion on your retirement or investment plan, I would be happy to help.
VistaPro Wealth Management, envisioned life, retire well.